Hello and welcome to my review of the Adeptus Titanicus weapons from Forge World. Now if you haven't already, I would suggest you go back to the start of the week and watch my Adeptus Titanicus Forge World weapons unboxing, and then you get a little bit of a taste of what this video is going to be about. I will be reviewing 5 different weapon options here for some Adeptus Titanicus Titans. This is what they're going to look like. I say painted, they're not, because mine are going to be black and gold, but still. I've got the Warlord Titan Mori Quake Cannon, the Warlord Titan Macro Gatling Blaster, the Warlord Titan paired Gatling Blasters. There's also the Reaver Titan Carapace mounted Vulcan Mega Bolter. It's a bit of a mouthful, that one. And then the Warhound Titan Ursus Claw or Natrix Shock Lance. All of the paired Warlord Titan weapons will set you back £20 each. Other than the paired Gatling Blasters, you've also got the choice of the paired Turbo Laser Destructors and the paired Vulcan Mega Bolters. I do like the look of the paired Vulcan Mega Bolters. And that's in addition to the Apocalypse missile launchers for the standard Warlord Titan and the Reaver Laser Blasters for the Warlord Titan with the Sun Fury Plasma Annihilators. The main weapons here, you've got the Mori Quake Cannon, which is £15, and the Gatling Blaster, which is also £15. That means they've covered all of the weapons that are currently available for the Warlord Titan. There are going to be 3 more Adeptus Titanicus weapons to be released next month. The Volkite weapons, so you have a big Volkite cannon for the Warlord, you'll have a Carapace mounted one for the Reaver, and you'll have a main weapon for the Warhound Titan. And that's in addition to tomorrow's release of a Bellicosa Volcano cannon for the Nemesis Titan. The Reaver Titan Carapace Vulcan Mega Bolter will set you back £11, and that's the same price as the Natrix Shock Lance or Ursus Claw. You can also get the Reaver Titan Carapace Warp Missile Rack. I really do wish that Forge World would, hurry up, pull their finger out, whatever, and release all of the Carapace mounted weapons for the Reaver Titans. So the Carapace mounted paired Turbo Laser Destructors, the Vulcan Mega Bolter you see there, and even the Warp Missile Rack. Possibly Plasma Blast Gun, that would be nice. And likewise for the Warlord Titan. For the Carapace mounted weapons, I'd love a pair of those Gatling Blasters, or even the Vulcan Mega Bolters for the full size model. So without further ado then, let's have a close look at these weapons and see how I've utilised them on my Adeptus Titanicus model. So this is my 3rd Warlord Titan. I've got 2 already. Let's just lower the camera down a little bit. Now you can magnetise all of these. You can put a magnet up in the shoulder mount there. It's really quite straightforward to do. I haven't done it for any of these because of review purposes, but then you can just pull the full arm off of the Warlord and put it on the others. As you can see, all of this resin, this is the full weapon. So although they are £15 each, you are getting the full shoulders and arm assembly. So that means you can magnetise at the top there and just hot swap the entire arm out. So this is the Gatling Blaster. Looks fantastic, got the big ammo hopper. This is actually going to be the next weapon I paint for the Warlord. You've got the Mori Quake Cannon. I'm not a big fan of the shield thing because the full size one doesn't actually have that. If you wanted to know sizes, that is a full sized Mori Quake Cannon, and as you can see, no shield. Would have been nice if they had that optional, or just kept it as the norm. There's the ammunition hopper there as well. I've gone for like kind of a striding forward pose and moving this way. You can magnetise the hips as well to move that. I have magnetised the Carapace weapons. Speaking of which, the Gatling Blasters, I really like them. Yes, they are pretty tall. They sit quite high. I actually think that this makes this Warlord look, well, it's the tallest anyway because I put the legs in a very upright position compared to the others. It's taller than the others, and then the Gatling Blasters make it look even taller. Yeah, it's getting there, nearly as on par with a Warmaster. So definitely one of the largest warlords I've managed to create. But yeah, looking at these weapons, that I have magnetized them, just put little magnets in there and a bigger one in there, and they go on quite nicely. And they do suffer the same kind of limitation as the plastic counterparts in that you can't kind of move them, they just slot on and they're in that one single position. But I think they look pretty cool. I would definitely support them if they brought them out in 28mm, and I would get another Gatling blaster for the full-size Titan. So I'd have full Gatling blasters right there. Anyway, that's the look at the Warlord Titan weapons. For the Reaver, you've got this Vulcan Mega Bolter, the carapace weapon. I still think it's too overpriced. It's essentially one piece. I know it's two because you get this bottom part here, and you can you know, affect its firing angle, but still for that it's quite a small piece for 11. It's only £4 off one of those, and yeah, it's just really quite small, but still I'd love to see it in the full size 28mm. I've magnetized it, of course, like the other Reavers, so I can just hot swap them. I think this one does sit quite tall on there, but I think what I did is I actually drilled in a bit and you know, sunk that magnet in quite deep to accommodate this magnet being so high. With these, I think I thought I made a bit of a mistake by drilling in a bit, and thought I'd lose the magnets with both the Reavers. So I learnt my lesson and actually drilled into the weapon itself with this, but still looks pretty cool. You can hot swap them about, and that's the main reason I got these very short range weapons to go with the Vulcan Mega Bolter to strip the shields down and then fire off a blast of the melter and then finish off anything in close combat. So that is the carapace Vulcan Mega Bolter for the Reaver. And then finally, last but not least, is the little Warhound here with the Ursus Claw. If you'd like to know what the shock lance looks like, well, it's right here. You can drill the hole a little bit and pop this in and out. They do swap. You maybe could put a very tiny magnet on the end and magnetize them. Completely up to you, but if I was playing against you and you had this and you said, okay, it's going to be a shock lance, I just would have no issues whatsoever. Rule of cool, I do think this looks cooler than the shock lance, but there we go. I've got the Warhound aiming up, something you don't really see, but yeah, either going to be firing at a Reaver or most probably at a Warlord. And I think when I get the second one, I may get an Ursus Claw for the second one and have it with a Volkite weapon. But the whole point of having these melee weapons on the Titans is that the bigger Titans are vulnerable to the melee weapons. So for me, I don't really see that much point in terms of popping a shield with the Volkite and then using a melee weapon. I'd rather pop the shield with the Volkite and then cause some serious damage with the plasma. The only issue is I've now got 3 Warhounds with plasma and I'd like a bit more of a variation. I might change the decision because I do like the Ursus Claw, and having 2 of these flanking a Warlord aiming up with the claws does look very cool. And there you go, that's been my review of the Adeptus Titanicus weapons from Forge World. If you've just picked up the Maniple and you already own a few Titans from before, it's a great way to spice up that box set, and even if you're looking to buy another Titan or 2 in the future, again, I can't recommend these weapons enough. They are fantastic. What do you guys think of these additional Titan weapons? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.